Hello, welcome back, my favorite movement enthusiasts. Today is Calisthenics leg day, which is why we're gonna start with the easiest exercise first, sitting down all the way and doing pistol squats. Down, sit down, and extend. I'm sorry, I had to wake up really early today, so my mind is a little bit on edge. It's gooning. Is that a word I can use? I'm not sure anymore. But I wasn't joking about it being leg day. So we're gonna go through a handful of calisthenics leg exercises that are gonna help you build massive strength as well as endurance and have the tiniest bit of mobility included as well, just so we can advance all of the aspects that we're working on simultaneously. So if you're ready, let's get started. Now, as a classic warm-up exercise, there is nothing better than doing bodyweight squats just to get into the leg day mood. Now, while those are still calisthenics exercises, there is nothing keeping you from using extra weight if you want to. You can change it into a loaded leg day, or you can just work with your body weight, whatever you feel like. Be sure when you do your squats to go lower than parallel, keep your upper body upright, even go ass to grass if you want to, and into full extension, flexing those quads and those glutes before you reverse the movement and repeat it. Full set before we move on to the next exercise, which will be a complete Cossack squat, meaning we're doing lateral deep squats, extending one leg, going all the way up and switching. This exercise is gonna depend a lot on your mobility, like most leg exercises when it comes to calisthenics. So if you can, raise that heel, sit down all the way, and then push out of your quadriceps into extension and sit back down on the other side. Now we have some external rotation in our hip joint, which is gonna help us build a little bit more mobility, and we have a nice little stretch in our posterior chain on the extended leg. Switch it up. Be sure to keep your upper body upright. You're going to require a lot of core strength for most of the exercises we're going to be doing today. Cossack squat, second exercise, easy peasy. I know you can do it. Now we're going to go through the next 4 exercises in one go because they're really simple and there's not much explaining to do. And afterwards, we're going to advance to some of the more intimidating exercises. So we're going to start out with our feet fully closed and do lunges all the way. Push your hips forward and bring that knee down to the ground. Keep your upper body upright. So now we have a nice little stretch in our anterior chain on the right side. Stand up all the way and diagonally to the other side. Close and left side. Close and right side. The second exercise from here will be the reverse lunge, where we cross over the other leg. Stand up all the way and switch it up. Stand up all the way and switch it up. Now I promised 4 exercises, which is why we have that nice little stepper here for some extra elevation and a longer range of motion. You definitely know longer range of motion means harder exercise and a little bit more stretch, which means that we can increase the intensity without having to change the exercise itself. Elevated frontal lunges. And once you're done with those, full set, we're gonna stand up here, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and elevated reverse lunges. All the way down, all the way up, and repeat the whole process on the other side. Now, since we're doing bodyweight exercises, I would advise you to go for time instead of repetitions, and 1 minute for each of these exercises should be more than enough because we're gonna have a lot of them and a lot of variation, which is good for us because we're gonna have a lot of different ways of building strength, endurance, and explosiveness in our leg musculature. Real power. Now, for our main course of leg exercises, because we want to build explosiveness and a little bit more size as well as strength, we're going to switch to box jumps. Now, depending on your strength, you're going to start with a lower box, wider than shoulder width apart. Open those feet sideways, and you can either use some momentum with your upper body when jumping up, full extension, and carefully step back down, or you can do it without any sort of momentum. Jump up, extend, and step back down. Of course, the stronger you are, the higher you will be able to jump. And if you want to, you can even take 1 or 2 step backs and do a high jump like so. You gotta be really careful not to hurt yourself with that. So having a wall so you don't topple over with the boxes is a pretty good idea. Since this is our main exercise, we're gonna be doing 3 sets of 8 repetitions, so 8 jumps. Take a short break, repeat 3 times, and we're gonna move on to the next level, which is gonna be even better for us. This exercise has been a must for any of my clients who have been doing calisthenics exercises, and that's gonna be a single leg box jump. Now we're once again gonna start out really low, and just with 1 leg. You can use momentum if you want to. If you really want to concentrate on control and strength, don't use any momentum. Extend and step back down. Now you got to be really careful with balance on this one. So take your time, full concentration, jump, extend, and reverse. And this is going to help you build massive legs as well as explosiveness and strength. And if you want to add weight to that, you're going to make it even harder and even more effective for strength and explosiveness building. So if you are a sprinter, for instance, this is the exact exercise you need. And once we're done with 2 sets of single leg box jumps, we're going to turn around, place our foot right there, and we're going to split up our squats all the way down, knee to the ground, upper body fully extended. We have an amazing stretch in our quadriceps and our hip flexors. Complete extension. Flex the quads here and your glutes on both sides, and reverse all the way down. I want you to do long movements, full range of motion. None of that halfway movement stuff. All the way down, all the way up, and of course never forget to do the other side so you don't end up like Quasimodo or something. All the way down, all the way up. Complete extension and complete reversal. Push up and reverse. Now we have made it to our final 2 exercises, which are going to be a little bit more advanced. So we're going to sit down, and to make sure we don't cheat when it comes to pistol squats, we're always going to start in a seated position with both legs fully extended. The whole movement is pulling the leg in, elevating your body, extending that leg. If you want to and can, touch those toes and reverse the entire movement. Sit back down, extend both legs, pull the leg in, all the way up, touch them toes, and reverse. We're gonna do 2 sets of pistol squats, and we're gonna go for 10 repetitions per side. Sit down and extend. Now we have a lot of balance, a lot of strength, a lot of mobility, all of it in a single movement that is very, very effective. Which brings us to our final exercise, starting in a deep squat position with both hands right there behind our head. And we're gonna combine internal with external hip rotation. Sit those legs up and reverse the movement into the other direction. We're working a lot with our hip flexors, our quadriceps, our core, and our feet and calf musculature into a full rotation all the way, both knees complete touching the ground, a nice little extension in our ankle for a nice stretch in our tibialis, and switch it up all the way to the right and all the way to the left. Now we have added our hip, knee, and ankle mobility aspect to our leg workout as well. So now we have a fully rounded, complete calisthenics workout routine for our legs that are going to help us with explosiveness, that are going to help us with endurance and with strength. So now you too can have strong, powerful, and enduring legs. Sadly, however, this is all the time I have left for you today. I'm going to continue with a couple of stretches, but if you like the video and subscribe, and check out other videos on this channel because we have new ones every single day. So until tomorrow, Captain Cairo, peace out.